Hello again. I'm sorry that I didn't get to show you how to smoke a bowl of marijuana. Due to technical difficulties, I didn't realize that the laptop was plugged in, or wasn't plugged in rather. Sorry. However, before I even get around to reading you a piece of poetry that I would like to share, I, for the sake of your benefit, am going to indulge you in a much more sophisticated way of indulging in marijuana use. It's called smoking a joint, and it's very common for Europeans, especially, to smoke what is called a spliff, which is a joint with some tobacco in it. Many people rightfully think that this does, in fact, sort of tarnish the cannabis in its purity, but I mean, if I smoke a joint or a bowl without tobacco, and I would never smoke a bowl with tobacco in it, but if I smoked a joint without tobacco, I'd smoke a cigarette immediately after anyway, so it doesn't, I don't know, it makes it burn longer, it just works better. I'm not going to give you the benefit of seeing how to roll one, because I can't be fucked. You will watch me roll one. Hopefully. What else would I do if you didn't watch a video of me doing nothing by myself? What I'm doing right now is recycling through what ordinary people would call garbage. But see, one man's trash is another man's treasure. Because this little piece of garbage from a cigarette pack is about to become a fantastic little mouthpiece holder for the joint that I'm about to smoke. And you can roll them without them, obviously. But it's nice to have a little bit to hold on to, you know, bite onto if you want. You roll in a little spiral like that if you're wondering, or retarded and can't figure that kind of shit out for yourself. Okay, I'm gonna smoke this, so I'm gonna roll it fast. If you're smoking weed too, let's pretend that we're smoking together. But we just have so much weed that we don't even bother passing it. We just fucking smoke it. So you have to caress it gently with love, like a small Austrian child. Get the shape that you want, and it's nice to have a sort of cigarette-like shape. Okay. It's not the biggest joint in the world, but it's quite good weed, and I'm already pretty high, so, and I'm running out, so. Yes, I am a conservative. It's funny though, conservatives, when it seems to, like, you know, free market ideals, that's called conservatism, but it seems completely focused on excess. More, you know? It's kind of funny, I guess. Alright, now you see what I did is I've twisted it at the top here to tighten it so that it's not loose at the top where the marijuana was. I'm going to back it a little bit, not too much, I rolled it pretty tight. I don't want it too tight or else it'll burn pretty badly. Again, I explained how the lighter works. If you happen to be a small child who's smoking marijuana or anything else for that matter, you can very easily remove one of these with a knife. And you should be able to get a knife from the same person that sold you the lighter. So. No worries. Any problem can be solved. Optimist. Fuck, there was something else I wanted to talk about though. That's why I started recording again. It's 4 in the morning, isn't it? So you see, after I drag it, I know a lot of people out there. I've seen them smoke, and it really hurts me, honestly, to see that after they suck at the end of the joint or in blunt or whatever, they don't inhale it. They think that the act of sucking is the same as inhaling. And literally, if you do that, you simply suck. You're not yet. Look, I'll demonstrate it, because I hate when people waste perfectly good weed, especially if it's mine. Okay, look, see, I would suck and then breathe in. Sucking is not breathing in. It's not the same thing. You want to keep it in there to do the maximum amount of damage to your lung cells and your brain cells, because those are your natural enemy in life. It's funny when someone looks like they're trying to hold in a cough. Normally people don't try to hold in coughs, you know. When people cough, it's because they're coughing, they have to cough. But when people are smoking weed, they try not to cough, you know, because they don't want the smoke to escape. It looks like they're going to vomit every time. I've seen people vomit from it, actually. I don't understand it. I guess I've coughed so hard that I've gagged. But it's really nice right now. I don't know if the microphone is picking it up, but it's raining very gently. It's not even really raining, just what's left over of the rain is kind of dripping off the trees that are over here. It's interesting, actually. It looks like there's forest there. You can't see it now because it's pitch black, obviously, but it looks like there's an endless forest, you know, wilderness full of beasts and whatnot. But when you walk out of this little compound I live in and you walk past it and you look, you know, there, it's not a forest. It's literally as though there was a forest, right? And here's my house. Here's where I see the forest from right here. Here's the forest. It's like this whole forest had been burned up to here, and it's just like a wall of trees, you know? It's funny though, because in the darkness, and I'm usually out here when it's dark, it takes on a much different shape than what I know it is. You can get fucking paranoid out here, man. You hear some weird shit, and you're stoned, and you hear some armadillo or whatever, some snake rattling in there. It's a nice sound now. I hope the microphone picks it up. Alright, I am gonna read the poem. This is what I said I was gonna do. That is what started this in the first place. I expected the introduction to maybe be a minute. Fuck it, who cares? Let's go finish the joint first. Got it right here. Black blood. As I said, this piece is called The Fool, and it is about a fool who is easily fooled. Who can't really fool himself. He wakes up. Another night gone in a blink. His dreams all forgotten before his first chance to think. He gets out of bed and has a hot drink, turns on the TV, and puts the mug in the sink. Within the universe of your mind, there is a treasure you can find. You can touch the rainbow. You can break the rules. You can touch the rainbow and become the fool. Self-medication, transcendental meditation, passionate masturbation and intense concentration, seeking energy, seeking sensation, magnetic poles and alteration and fluctuation. You've got your wit and your well-informed decisions, and you got your bumper sticker religions and opinions swirling round and round in loops, and drinking oil at hospitals from little cans of soup. Your love is your demise, your function is your device. You can unjinx a jinx if you unjinx it twice. Melt your mind like magma and then freeze your soul into ice. Do you want to fuck around? Shall we have a go around into the stars and back up out the ground? Who needs a purpose if we're all just gonna die? Who needs virtue if the real world is a lie? Who needs bothering to apologize for anything nobody cares why? The poor fool, wipe his drool. Did you give him the wrong one after school? It's red and then blue, or is there a white one too? He scorched his soul when he was in search of control, and he went looking for it down the wrong rabbit hole. Down at the bottom he feels a light rainfall, sprinkling. And he sees broken shimmers of moonlight reflect in the round twinkles. Once in a while, the whole moon fills his face, perfectly above the hole. We have to keep him in his place, get out the constraints, call the 1-800 number to call upon the saints. For the poor fool has become his greatest threat, by threatening to let the world try not to forget it, that it's free, and not at a price. But you can't unjinx a jinx, even if you unjinx it twice.